Good morning, everyone. This is Don Patterson with Tandem Wireless. Thank you for coming. I just wanted to go over a few things today on work orders. It's going to be a brief video. It's basically going to cover on how to close out a work order and a certain few things to look for before you do close it out. So basically, we're looking at an open work order that was volunteered to be the experiment. And it shows we have a schedule over here in July 19th. It was being done at 8 a.m. It was for Quantified Technology Corp. It's a Wendy's site survey data collection. So basically, the service description says that they wanted to perform a site survey. And you must have a smartphone and a good data connection, blah, blah, blah. You basically want to read through the service description. And it talks about how there's a survey that needs to be done online, and it'll show you in the details where that survey's at prior to arriving on site and stuff like that. So you keep reading down through here, and it gives you more information about how to obtain the survey when you're done and how to complete it, and what type of photos are required, and the different positions and the different items that they want pictures of. Gives you the confidential information, which is the web link for the survey after you're done. You have to do the survey. And that's basically going to ask you your name, which will marry up to this work order right here. And that survey will correlate for your payout. If you don't do that survey, you won't get paid. So you have to do this survey at the end of it all to inform them. It's just a web GUI that sends information to them, and it has a password for entry. But you'll see that it has tasks, preparatory tasks, and check-in tasks, checkout tasks, closeout notes. The closeout notes are very important. It shows that he arrived on site at such and such time, such and such date, met with the manager on duty, and discussed, you know, the work order. Took photos in accordance with the work order request. Upload photos to attach files section of work order. Received signature from blah blah blah. Work complete. And that's great. Time logged was an hour. And we know up here that this was a fixed amount, so it didn't matter how long he took. So he got paid 45 an hour for the company. You basically multiply that 6 times 4.5 is a entry level employee's wage, or 7 times 4.5 would give you middle range employees' wages. The only thing that he didn't get for this was mileage. It's 58 miles each way, so he drove 60 miles. By all means, the dispatcher should have counteroffered for this work order for mileage, and he should have asked for 30 cents a mile, 120 miles. He would have got $30 for fuel if he would have requested it ahead of time, but he didn't. But we can add an expense and try to get fuel. And so that's what we're going to do. 30, 120 miles. Save changes. And you'll see that the expenses show travel fuel for 100 miles. Oh, somebody already had it in there. Oops. Good job, Daniel. I believe that's who his dispatcher is. And so he had the fuel in there, but not for enough. I rounded up a little higher because this is inaccurate. Usually it's 3 to 5 more miles than that. Because this is as a crow flies. It could even be 15 miles more on long distance hauls. So now this is what I wanted to point out. If this job said it was only supposed to take an hour, and he took 5 hours to do it, he would go here, request pay increase. This is something everybody fails to do, and everybody needs to do it. But you go to pay increase, type in a reason why, and all you do is you type in actual hours worked. put in hourly, how much you were getting paid. This was 45, and you could put 5 hours worked and submit request. Or you could multiply 5 times 45, which would be more accurate because they're a fixed pay type of company. They pay fixed pay. So you just want to multiply your 5 hours times 45, you know. So basically 225 is what you want to ask for, plus the fuel. And that would take care of the pay increase. That's something everybody needs to do on every single work order. If they go over the ETA, estimated time of arrival, we'll usually say right here, estimated duration. This estimated duration means this is if it says 2 hours, that means they were paying 22.50 an hour because it's 45. If it says 1 hour, that means they're paying 45 an hour. Keep that in mind. It's pretty simple. You'll notice he had deliverables. He had to take pictures of all those photos that they asked him to take, all the way down to the signature page that he had to get signed by the manager on duty to prove he was there. And if he had to ship anything back, he would put the UPS or FedEx shipment lady ID numbers in there. This is if he gets a signature on the platform. I ask everybody to get a signature on the platform from the manager on duty on your Field Nation app on your phone, just to back me up. That's my signature for my company. The signature on the signature page is for our customer. So please get both places signed. That's another thing I wanted to point out. And then you can have an expense rate sheet, which they don't have. But basically, if there was expenses available, they would list what they would reimburse you for Cat 5 cable, different things like that, for a different type of job, of course. But the main thing you must understand that after you've checkmarked all these different green check marks and you've marked it as complete or checked out, he's done everything and he checked out. See his hours, he checked in and out. The one thing that they failed to do or need to do, I must say, and the reason why they didn't is so I could show you this, is mark it complete. Or check back in if you have another day to go. Like if it's, the work orders, you got to go more often, several days in a row. You can check in multiple times. Just always request additional pay for all those hours. And that pretty much sums it up about how we handle things here. Now, we always want to rate the buyer. You can go here. You give them 5 stars, always. We always give them 5 stars, even if they were mean. It's okay. They're the customer. They're allowed to be. They're paying the bill. They're allowed to be however they want. And we always give them 5 stars and kill them with kindness. That way we get more work. That's the only way to do it and be successful. So, I hope this helps everyone. Um, have a great week. Don't work too hard and have fun doing it. If you have any questions, reach out to me or one of your dispatchers. Take care.